Good morning, everyone. This is Yelena. We're going to start our webinar. Let's give maybe 30 seconds to all other participants to join. So agenda will be like this. This is our new product. We released this product last May and June. So basically, it's a two product which we want you guys to try. The first product is G-Accon for WorkflowMax and another G-Accon for Xero Practice Manager. So what you will have here, I will be, this session is recorded, so we will be releasing this version either through email, so we will post in our YouTube channel, so you will be able to see that. Organizational topics, you have Q&A section in Zoom, so please feel free to use that for all your questions, or you have chat session, so feel free to use both. So what we're going to do, I'll try to finish my demo and product overview within 35-40 minutes maximum. And then I will open up maybe 10-15 minutes for all your questions, and I'll try to give you all answers. So if everyone can hear me properly, we can start our session. So basically, our product, if you go to G-Accon services website, you will be able to see this product under product section. So this is G-Accon for WorkflowMax, and you will have all the information about WorkflowMax and Xero Practice Manager. And you will be able to install it through by clicking this button, install add-on, and it will take you to Google Workspace Marketplace. It's a new name for Google Marketplace. And from there, moment you install application, what you're going to see? You're going to see our application under add-ons as usual. And it will be the same, very similar UI like you guys used to have for Xero or QuickBooks. And you will see our add-on under add-ons menu option, G-Accon for WorkflowMax and Xero Practice Manager. I'm going to use Xero Practice Manager example, but if you signed out, you will see two different sign-in. So basically, you need to have your account either in WorkflowMax under Xero or Xero Practice Manager, or both. So it's the same price, it's the same setting, it's the same look and feel for both. But for easy processes, I choose Xero Practice Managers because we feel majority of our users use Xero Practice Managers. Okay, so when you log in to the organization, let's say first organization, you will see the same menu options that you're familiar when you use our G-Accon for Xero product. So the key functionality here, we allow you to switch organizations as you have the same functions in Xero. You have ability to pull standard reports. You have ability to create your own report through Report Designer. So let's start through standard reports, and we assume, as usual, we log in to first Xero / Xero Practice Manager organization. Those are reports available for you. We don't generate plenty of them because it's like many more in Xero Practice Managers, but we feel this is major reports which you might use for your purpose. So for example, you have client job reports, you have set of purchase reports, quotes reports. Again, we split them by detail and summary. Job invoices report, job reports, regarding receivables, we have receivable invoices, staff, and specific invoices for job. We did a little bit enhanced functionality, and I will show you how it works. For example, we choose job reports. So actually want to use client job reports and show you very nice feature, which is allow you to search your client. So how it works under the client, you see you don't have anything in the drop down. So how it's help you, you will start typing the name, and then you will have It's 3 letters or two, and I will have my client. So it's very easy to search your client, especially if you have a ton of information here. And this is checkbox. So basically it will help you to put multiple client. So let me see, ABC. I have some client. And it will take some time because script running, and I choose another demo organization. And now, as you can see in the filtering, I will have 2 clients, and this is how I'm going to display a result job report for these 2 clients. As usual, we pull this nice feature from Xero application, G-Accon for Xero, which is allow you to choose, select and choose the column which you want to see. If you don't want to see, you go and uncheck this. Again, the same functionality what we have. You select everything, you unselect everything. This is, you should be very familiar with that functionality. Change pool settings. I want to remind you, this is a very powerful option through whole our application. What it does is allow you to adjust or modify how your data look like in a spreadsheet, right? For example, I open already new tab worksheet. And for me, I don't need to create new sheet. So I uncheck this box. If I don't want to see a report title, I have ability to check it. Let's see, I'm going to share this report, specific report, this my client, and I don't want to use G-Accon as intermediate application just for pulling data, but I want to modify and beautify my reports. And I want to keep my formatting as I create different fonts, different color, maybe graphs, maybe a cell size or order, Google function order. For this purpose, you check the checkbox, keep original formatting. It will help you to keep original formatting after your data is refreshed. Now we have very kind of new functionality, highlight every other row. So you have 100 rows and it will allow you to have different highlighting. So visually it will be nicer. And definitely, as usual, we put template for you, name as a default template, but you have options to create your original name just to make sure you don't confuse between when you create the same template for multiple clients. So let me put name client number 1, and I'm pretty ready to execute it. So I click on execute button. Again, if you remember, it does 2 things. We save template structure and we pull data. In our case, we pull data from Xero Practice Manager for, this is my first client, ABC demo, and this is my John Green, another client, and associated job. And if you see highlighting, it's very nice and cool. Now, functionality-wise, we want to modify our report. As usual way, we go into G-Accon to our organization. We select update, modify, delete template for the current sheet, and all existing templates will be on the right side of your window. For now, you can see only one template, but if I want to modify, I double click on this link. It's link, so don't forget about that. And you have ability to modify. Right? So next step is very important functionality, how you save your template. When you generate report in this product or G-Accon for Xero, you have ability to reuse it. Not only reuse it in different spreadsheet or in different tab within the same spreadsheet. You have ability to share this template with your team member or client if you set up this, this environment for client. So how do you do that? So you click on this icon, it's show cloud. It's very self-explanatory. So you put name, you have to put name, and I copy this. I almost copy this, and I put name, I put description, and I save. So what it does, we save this template in cloud. So far, so good. So now the next step is, for example, I want to switch my organization. This is how we usually work, right? If you're accounting firm, company, and you have multiple reports and you want to see consolidated view. So I go to add-ons under our product, you switch organization. So basically it's allow you to switch different organization. You choose, I don't want to choose because I don't want to mess up my data, but assume all your organization will be here. You switch organization, you click on switch organization button and you close. So we assume this organization has been switched, and now we want to execute the same template. How do we do that? You go on the G-Accon for WorkflowMax and Xero Practice Manager. You use function which called load save template from cloud. And now you can see two templates. This is our template which we just saved. Now you have ability over here to execute it for different organizations. But before I do that, I want to share this any of my team member, for example. So I will put I put my colleague name and I click share. And next time this Maria log in to the same product, she will be able to load the same template through load save template functionality. So now I share this here template. Now I would like to work and set up my template for next organization, for my new organization. So as you can see, I have the same client. Now you have ability to modify. So you can modify this as you need it. So let's say in my case for second organization, I don't want to see, I don't know, state or client order number for whatever reason. And I want to place this template on the same worksheet. So in this case, I put reference field. This reference cell functionality available again through whole application. It's very useful. You can type it or use this reference cell. And you definitely need to update the template name to client 2, so you can differentiate it and execute. So now as a result, you will see two templates which have two connected to two organizations and has its own data. Now you have ability to do your consolidation report if needed, or consolidation numbers, totals, subtotals. So this is you do whatever you need to do. The next step, as usual, we offer automation, and this is our key feature. So key feature to automate your process. That's why our client use it. The same functionality like Xero has. So you have automation functionality, and under automation, you start creating workflow. Again, the same concept. You combine your different workflows based on your business rules and schedule. Some of your templates needs to be updated more frequently than another. So that functionality gives you ability to do that. So let's say for my client workflow, I will put client workflow. Let me put workflow, and I will put description. Here again, if you're not ready to set up it active right away, you can set up on active and change it as soon as you need this automation set up. Next step will be add templates. This is very simple, drag and drop. I'm going to search my templates and they called client 2 and client 1. So I put different name, and you can see the what's the name of the tab. And now I can see my template, selected template will be part of my automation. So this small gear functionality, I think majority of you familiar, but who doesn't know, this is notification which will be sending to your email, the person who is holding license. So in case if any processes fail and you want to be notified about this failure, you will choose the options send notification in case of error. If for some reason you need to have notification in case of success, you will select the first checkbox. Be careful here. If your data get updated every 3 hours, you might think, do I need to receive notification every 3 hours? Maybe not. But if your automation work every week or monthly, it's a good way to notify yourself. Now, sometimes you might have the automation as a whole different set of processes. And you might have the condition if certain templates not refreshed successfully, you want to stop whole process. So basically nothing will work after that. And for this reason, you can say, if something goes wrong, this is my automation, I will stop process on fail. So you will select this button. It's very powerful mechanism here, so please use it. So for each and every template, you have to set up template notification or settings, and you apply. The same thing you will do here. And now we go to schedule. This is our regular scheduling and frequency, what we use through whole our products. Hourly, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, available for you to update, refresh your data. You can do daily. If you have this business need, you can put weekly and monthly. Again, weekly, select maybe a couple days of the week or maybe one. You select execution time and you're all set. So, and monthly. Monthly, I would say it's nice to create a workflow as usual, like we're suggesting to do backup for your data. We're suggesting this to use for Xero, so you will have your financial data. So the same concept here. You might want to create separate workflows and create backup, and it will give you a snapshot of your data within your spreadsheet, and it will be saved in your Google Drive. So if you run monthly, so you will have for within a year, 12 files, right, which is sitting in your Google Drive. So let's come back to this scheduling. So we will do that report daily around 2 a.m. And this is one important feature. This is your log file. It's by default, it's checked because we want you to see how execution works. And I'm going to show what result it gives you. And email, as usual, this is email tab. This is if you want to automatically notify your client, customer, team member, your reports. So you can use this functionality. It's very powerful. But make sure if you have one client and you don't want to share the same data, financial or project data between clients, so make sure for each and every client you create separate spreadsheet, because what's happened, the whole spreadsheet will be converted either to Microsoft Excel file. You can send them as CSV files or two different formatting of PDF file, landscape and portal, or it will be as easy as spreadsheet link. So basically they will receive emails and it will be spread a link attached to this. They click on the link and your client will see. So basically make sure you send your client information what is relative to this specific client, right? So be careful here. And I think our workflow is ready. I will do apply and execute. So now I scheduled this in the night, so I'm not going to wait to the night. I'm going and execute it for you. And I will choose under automation, update, modify, delete workflows. It's the same concept. All workflows, if you create 10 of them, it's very visual. You can delete, you can modify, you can see each and every workflow here on the one window. So you don't have to jump and check each and every template like we used to have. So I double click on my workflow template, and you will see button on the bottom on the left, which says execute now current flow. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to execute current flow. And what it does is create very important tab for you. I would say it's most important as well as important as our automation. So this is your log file. This is very visual. It's very meaningful information here. What does it says? So it gives you timestamp. Then your workflow, which is called in my case, client workflow, start executing. This is my username. And this is what happens within this workflow. So you pull first template, it's a client one. This is our client report and execute it successfully. And you pull second template and execute successfully. Perfect. So now you see your refresh works fine. So now let's assume it's an error. If it's error, this is what you have to look. Instead of success, it will be word error. And for you, like I teach everyone, it should be like two options for you. So either you're waiting for next cycle. If it's daily and maybe you don't need to execute it right away, you can wait for next cycle. But if you do need to refresh data right away, you will go to add-ons and you have options to refresh data for the current tab or all spreadsheet, whole spreadsheet. If your spreadsheet has 20 different, let's say, templates, you will update everything at once. So this is refresh functionality. So now, as soon as I already open menu options, we will move to report designer. So all standard report we generate by ourselves. So either we put data in the template or we have a lot of logic within application we created for you. It's like predefined reports. So now you have ability to create your own reports. And what we do for you guys, these are objects or tables, which is available for you. You choose the object, and then you select attribute, whatever you feel you need for this query, and you apply filter, you apply order by. So basically internally, we create for you select statement. So you can consider that you select, for example, jobs, and you select all attributes. These are attributes from these jobs, where close will be your filtering condition, and then order by condition. So before I go and execute this query, I want to remind you what icons we have, what functionality we have, which help you out. This is straightforward. You select all in every attributes. You do unselect all attributes. Here you expand your embedded object. If you can see, the job has on the jobs level, you have different attributes like budget, completed date, client order, and at the same time, you have client. Client itself is the object within our object here. So you can select all object. And if you expand this object, you can see multiple attributes. So sometimes if it's two attributes, it's not a big deal, but sometimes you might have a whole list of attributes and you want specifically select only one, let's say client ID. So if you have contact, I will show you contact. It's a have a couple attributes here and not many attributes. But if you let's say if you look milestones, it's already 5 attributes. You might not need all of them. So this is very powerful functionality. So this is your extend all your object, and this is your collapse all objects, and it will go back. So now I select all attributes, and I think this is more powerful feature when you have ability to change column order. So it's very powerful because sometimes you're looking for certain measure attribute and you want them to sit on the column A, B, and C, right? And not search it through like a set of the columns on the right. So in my case, I'm happy because I have job ID. I actually moved job ID on the first place. It's a drag and drop, so very easy. I put job ID on the second place. It will occupy column B. And then I put name of the job. I like to see that. So this is my first selection. So I'll go back from this view. It's again drag and drop, very convenient. And now I will show you criteria for reports. This is your filtering. So filtering, we provide you a set of filters which will help you to narrow down your result. So for example, I want to put type which contains, I don't know, test, for example. And don't forget to add this field inside your query. Or it's very nice enhancement. We introduced it in Xero last year, and we actually use it for this product. This is cell reference. So basically, what does it mean? You can create, if you choose the due, and you don't see specific date because this is static date. You have ability, I will change my, I will open new tab. You have ability to create any formula, what you want, in your spreadsheet, let's say I put today, for example, I put equal today, any formula you want, minus 365, okay, or the previous year. So this is my formula, and I have ability to put a reference. So reference, I use this couple arrows, I insert it, and this is what that means. So due date now compare this cell which has formula on this. Any business rules, any logic, you can put in your spreadsheet. So it's very powerful functionality here. That's why I want you to know this. So, all right, I don't have much data, so I remove all these filters and order by. So order by, it's very straightforward. So again, you have set of filters, fields, I'm sorry, and then these fields can be ordered in ascending or descending order. So now change pool settings. Everyone very familiar, this change pool settings. This is how your data look like. Again, I like this. It's very good for my vision, so I can see different records. So, and options name. So I can put job test query. This is name of my template. And I'm not going to open new tab. I'm going to execute it here, and I will start A4. This is my cell reference, don't forget it, and I execute. So now I create job query, and this is all my jobs which was created in September. So basically I prepared data yesterday, and this is my September data, this is my jobs, and this is all attributes which is available for us through Xero or Xero Practice Manager API. All right. So this is one of the main functionalities. So what I want to do, we receive a lot of questions about different queries, and some of them a little bit complicated. So I want to spend maybe 10 minutes to show you how to upload data to Xero Practice Manager from Google Sheet. And this data will be creation of the timesheet. So we receive a lot of questions, and I want to spend some time to show you how to do it. And at the same time, you will see our upload functionality. So this is our upload. It's exactly the same look and feel and the same way how you upload data in Xero. You can automate the process and download all rows, new rows only, currently selected row specify in date range, or specify row by numbers. And those are how many objects available for you. So I don't want to focus and show you because you're going to see that through the example. So let's start. So the first, I'm open new sheet, and I'm going to create a job. So basically, our target create timesheet and upload it from Google Sheets to Xero Practice Manager. So it's a couple steps here. So we will start this report designer, and we will upload jobs because my first step is create jobs. So this is jobs. I select all of this job. I have job ID, job name. I want to have it in this spreadsheet, and I execute. So my first step, I'm preparing data. So my new job will be, let's say, job 8, because 7 I tested yesterday. So I create a new job name. I remove job ID because when you insert data, don't forget it, during the insertion, Xero API, Xero Practice Manager API will generate for you ID. So I put 8, and I will copy, and I will put in description 8. So now I prepare data. When I highlight only one cell, application will understand you will highlight whole rows. You don't have to physically highlight it. I go to add-ons, and I will select function, upload data to my demo company. So now it's my job object. So currently selected row. I select jobs. and I know my operation will be insert because I want to create new one. And be very careful here. My address of the first table header cell, not A1, but A2. You see how the header starts. It starts this A2, and I will put A2, and I click on refresh button. So what does it mean? I refresh, this refresh will help us internally to map your header of the spreadsheet and Xero Practice Manager fields. So we will do it for you. At the same time, you still have ability to do it manually. And you can see result column here. When it's automatically skip one column from your data and create result. So now I'm going to show you mapping, how mapping works. On the top, we have one table which informational only. So basically, it will tell those a field in WorkflowMax or Practice Manager, and for insertion, which the fields which have this red star are mandatory fields. So basically, you need to have client ID, due date, name, start name. So this is mandatory field to create new job. So, and then you will really see mapping. Again, if this data it's manually entered, this data means header in your spreadsheet manually entered, you have ability to get this field and drop it. So this is how you create mapping manually. But what application, we help you out as much as we can. So we do mapping for you. So job ID, match this job ID, name, description, budget. I might not need all this stuff. Start date, due date, contact ID. So I assume everything is good, because if not, program will tell me I did something wrong. So I execute template, and what we will see, the result. As usual, I will draw my cursor on the right side, and you can see result. You can see result. This is my ID. I will move a little bit on the down so you can see this ID has been created. So it means Xero Practice Manager understand I create a new job and is successfully inserted and is created successfully. And this is my timestamp. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this job. I will run jobs report in Xero Practice Manager, and you will see this is my job. So this is my job created for this specific client. Cool. So now, what is my next step? My next step, as you can see here, you can manually add tasks, right? You can manually assign stuff to this task, and then you can manually means in application, web application in Xero Practice Manager, and you can create timesheet. So the same operations we're going to do here now. So I have my jobs. So now I'm going to create task. So I'm going to first pull all available tasks for this job through a report designer. And I want to see what tasks are there. So I will create task object. I will select all 3 attributes, and I will say my second template will start in A22 cell. And this is my tasks, and execute. So this is my available task, administration and professional. So this is my task. So now my next step is assign task to the job. So basically, I'm going to show you what mapping should happen, because if you know how to, you don't know how to start, you're going to choose the object which is called job tasks. So internally, it's a little bit confusing first time, but internally what it does is create your job ID and task ID. And what does it mean? You create assignment for job number 8, in my case, different tasks. All right. So for this reason, I can do either copy my job ID. Let me do in 7, or maybe I'm not going to do it. So this is my job ID, job name, I will create this field by myself, or I can pull. I can use Report Designer and pull structure, which is already available for you through Xero. I will do this shortcut. Job task. I will choose job task, and I will select all fields, and then I put this data in A75. This is my job task. It will be easy for me to map. So this is job task, as you can see, task UID, and this is my 7 job. I'm going to copy data, and I will say, I will create, this is for job 8, and I will have to refresh this data and see job ID. I not this. So I don't want to go further because its process take a little bit time, but what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you how I create jobs for job number 7. So this is how I add job task to job 7, and it's create for me a new assignment, and then you have to assign staff to the task. I don't want to spend time, but I'll show you based on the templates how this look like. So this is job task, and I will open and show you the mapping. So this is important. So it's not here, I think. And when the moment I assign staff to the task, the final step is create timesheet. And timesheet, this is what is required. So it's a multiple step process, but in the end, what you need to have for timesheet, you need to have job, like in my case, job 8 or job 7. So you will need staff ID. So it's a person or personnel from your company who is going to perform this task, and task ID. So task ID, this is specific task which we just assigned to the job. So basically, it's like whole chain of the processes which help you to set up. And now, as soon as this whole mapping is ready, so now you can execute timesheet not only for one person, but for multiple person. So I will show you how it looks like in Practice Manager. So I will select whole jobs, and I will select job 7 because this is how I create yesterday. And as you can see, timesheet. So this is what it has been created for this specific internal meeting timesheet. So this is how it looks. All right, this is your timesheet. So basically, it's a lot of definitely if you have one entry position, one row to enter from Google spreadsheet to the Xero Practice Manager, you can easily use website. But now if you're talking about multiple rows, if you're talking about 100, 200 rows, yeah, definitely to move data from spreadsheet will be much more faster and efficient. So you just have to change template to the new rows, right? If you create maximum timesheet rows, or you create automation and you select in the template new rows, and what program will do for you, it will add only new rows in the application. And I will show you what is a place. This is where you set up what you're planning to download from the spreadsheet to the Xero Practice Manager. So the same logic, the same processes works for Xero Practice Manager and WorkflowMax. So the same interface, very similar reports, as all of you know. So now from application perspective, what else we offer? We offer tools. So tools, you can set up user preferences as usual. So you can set up which settings, so which value has to be default value and which you will go every time when you create templates. So this is related to query when you design your own reports. And this is designed for your reports, standard reports, default value. Again, you buy one license and you leaving for vacation or you're sick and you need to change your ownership, don't forget the same functionality exists here. Under tools, you go to change template ownership and enter the new owner email address. Definitely this person should have licensed this as, so while you're out, this person can run and take care of your work and execute all these queries or reports if needed. So we come up this one of the question, one of our client maybe a week ago had the issues how to connect this Xero practice manager. He was part of big organization and practice manager has a roles concept, roles and authority. And this person was not master admin, but only admin person. And for admin person, Xero introduced some kind of security checkpoint. And what does it mean? I want you to see the top. What does it mean? You have to explicitly allow third-party integration like us. G-Accon, it's your third-party integration to reach your data. And how you can find these fields. You will go to business, you will select settings. For me specifically, I have demo organization. I don't have this field. But if you go and click on the staff, you will see different roles in your staff. And then when you open new, let's say admin person, you will scroll down on the bottom on the right side and see checkbox which said which give you ability to connect your organization this third-party integration. So this checkbox has to be checked. So especially when you work this, you have big team and you work with different roles and privileges within Xero application. So that part very tricky. It was not this straightforward for us, but it's security which Xero implemented. So make sure you understand that. So let me show you a couple reports. As usual, you're using our automation. It's a Google spreadsheet. You have ability to generate your BI solution. It's very important because this is what your client want to see. I'm going to show you, it's Xero related, but again, you have projects, you have your invoices, you have purchase order, you have everything. So this is how you can create charts using Google chart, this functionality within Google spreadsheet. You know that it's very colorful, it's nice, it's numbers, so your client might like it. And one of very easy BI solution will be Data Studio. Again, this is P&L, but you will have invoices, you can have projects, you can have timesheets, so everything can be moved to Google Data Studio. So basically our automation will help you to feed refresh data to any BI solution. I like Google Studio because it works on the same platform. It's very easy to set up. And we push data based on frequency that you set up in the Google spreadsheet and confirm in Google Data Studio. You can use Tableau, you can use Microsoft Power BI, whatever you like. But it's project management tools. Your client, your team will like presentation, visual presentation. It's very powerful. So now let me show you, this is our website. We have products. This is a page about product, how to install it, small video we put, very beginning video. And if you move to support, you will have documentations. And we have different different modules here. This is WorkflowMax and Xero Practice Manager. It's a step-by-step based on the objects. You can find how to do upload, standard report. Then on the bottom, as usual, this is your BI solution. So you can check and go step-by-step instruction how to set up your environment. It's very easy to follow this document. And when I come back to our website, I'm going to show you pricing. So pricing, exactly what we have for other products. So we divided by users and entities. And as you can see, up to 5 entities. You have business license, and we don't minimize functionality. So if it's available for enterprise, certain functionality, it will be available for business. So we limit only by users and entities. So accountant, it's very popular. It's very popular now because you have a lot of team members who wants to use the same application, share template, create reports. So this is most popular plan what we have now, accountant. And this is up to 25 entities and 5 users. If for some reason you have, let's say 27, 29 entities, so you have ability to add each company and still stay on accountant plan. So we will charge about $3 per company. So, but if you grow to enterprise level, this is again like Xero, G-Accon for Xero, it's unlimited entities, unlimited users. All right, so let me do my magic. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to see if you guys have any questions, so I can answer them now. Let me check Q&A. No question. Charts. All right. Any questions? Any questions that you might have now? This webinar will be recorded, like I said. It will be available for you through the link, which I'm going to send, and then we will publish it in YouTube, so you will have it. So what I would like you to do, we have 14 days trial period. Feel free, use it, give us feedback. It's very valuable for us because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So if you help us and see, okay, certain reports you would like to see, or certain objects you want to get changed, or maybe we add some filtering. So anything, whatever you might think will be help us to create better product, and it will help you in your business. So let me pause, shut up a little bit. So if I still don't have any questions, please use our email support at, you can check this here, support, contact us. You will have a couple of emails of ours, or phone call. Emails is better because it's a group emails and we will react very fast. It's marketing and technical guys. So if you do have questions, just shoot us email. All feedbacks will be highly appreciated. And if you have specific question for your use case, or you want to discuss if application's capability, if it's right tool for you, we will be happy to chat with you, and you can schedule Zoom call. It's variety of time. Some of the time in the morning, we're based on US, but sometimes we have in the night, so you can catch us. We're very flexible. If those time is not fit your schedule, just again, shoot us a mail and we will make it work for you. All right, let me check one more time. No question. Thank you so much for joining our webinar. We hope you enjoy our product, and we're looking forward for your feedback, and you have a wonderful afternoon or evening. Thank you. Bye.